Looks like we got a little fight between Juha and Aizen right now. Things are getting a little bit interesting. How's it going, YouTube? I am Juha, the Foolish Assassin, and today we're talking about Bleach Chapter 683, The Dark Side of Two Worlds End. And sorry about missing last week. I had to work all that whole week, pick up shifts and stuff like that. But yeah, last week we got the reveal that Aizen's back and he's going up against Juha. And this week we get to see that Aizen may have a huge advantage over Juha, even though it looked like he took like a damage. He lost an arm and he got blasted through the chest. But let's jump right in. Let's talk about it. All right, so this is just a straight battle chapter, which is really is fine with me. I like the battle. I like to see the progression. I like to see what the characters can do. So it wasn't really story heavy, so there's not really much I can go on story wise outside of what Aizen did at the end with him hypnotizing Juha, which a lot of people predicted was going to happen. A lot of people predicted that Aizen is going to use his Zanbato. He's going to use his hypnosis ability on Juha to kind of manipulate his perception of time, to manipulate his perception of the future, which comes into play. And I peeped this early on when Renji he went Bankai, and when he was going Bankai, Juha was like even meager Bankais, they mean nothing to me since I've already destroyed all the Bankai in the future. Which does that mean that all current Shinigami right now, like once they hit Bankai, it's just going to automatically shatter? So he's just like as fail safe? I'm not sure. Or does he just saying like once you go Bankai, I'm just automatically gonna do it, just like I did it with Ichigo? Even though with Ichigo we see that Tsukishima rewrote Ichigo's past so that his Bankai can never be broken by Juha again like that. Also, I was planning on making a video about what Tsukishima did, because I went back. I'm just going to do a quick recap, not do the video, a quick recap of the video I was going to do. I went back and reread the end of the Fullbring arc, or I read a lot of the Fullbring arc, mainly the parts involving Tsukishima and his abilities. And what a lot of people was, questioning, about 2 weeks ago was how was Tsukishima able to fix or, have rewrite Ichigo's past when his ability is manipulating memories. But if you go back and read that arc, you will see that he never said that he can manipulate memories. He always said he can manipulate someone's past. He's always said that. Everyone's always said that. I mean, somebody may have said like, oh, because he's manipulating their past, it fucks with their memories. But his ability has always been stated that he can manipulate someone's past, and I believe that was a smart move on Kubo for adding that in, like saying like, oh yeah, I can manipulate people's past, It really doesn't do much for the story at that point, outside of getting characters to go against Ichigo and fueling the plot points and stuff like that. But I like how it how it arcs to this arc with Juha and his ability to manipulate the future. I thought that was really cool. But yeah, so outside of Ichigo, it looks like most people's Bankais are probably going to be broken if they use it against Juha, which kind of sucks. But yeah, back to Renji and Juha. So Renji, he tries to use Zabimaru, like he's able to guide it through Juha's shadow ability, and Juha was just like Juha knocks it away. Renji automatically goes Bankai, and then you see Juha just kind of like just flick his wrist, and Renji loses both his arm. Well, would that be his left arm? He both loses his left arm and the left like monkey arm that was like connected during his Bankai. He both loses that, and then that's when he makes his statement that mere Bankai have no effect on him. They all just get broken in the future. And that's where you see Aizen come in, swing his sword, and then Juha's like, oh, people uniting against a common enemy. Why would you throw yourself in the way of Renji like that, unless you really care about these people? And that's when I noticed that Aizen was fucking with Juha since the beginning. That's when I noticed. Well, at least since Ichigo and Renji jumped into the fight, that's when I noticed. I was like, yep, Aizen got this fight in the bag, or at least he has, at least he has a little bit of advantage over Juha. He has a little bit of advantage over Juha, because as soon as he stepped in front of him, I was like, wait, how would he be able to navigate that fast in between Renji and Juha when they were at such close distance, unless he was already fucking with him in the beginning? And I thought that was really cool. Also, Juha points out why Ichigo and Renji didn't get healed by, or at least mainly Ichigo, but I guess this was all applied to Renji, why they didn't get healed by Orihime before they came. And Juha pretty much says that he pretty much beat Orihime to near death. So yeah, it kind of confirms that, oh, she only had that much energy just to fix Ichigo's Bankai and get them on their way. So unfortunately she couldn't heal them. And he also kind of makes the point like, oh, did you just not want to waste time? But I think it was more of the former reason where Orihime, he just kind of like just beat the shit out of Orihime and they just kind of left her there and she really didn't have any energy left. But yeah, back to Aizen. So Aizen, he does Hado 99, swirling dragons of destruction. Pretty much destroys the whole landscape, which is pretty much what they're doing right now. They're just blowing everything up. Everything's just getting demolished. I feel bad for all of like the fodder characters, kind of like just there, like, oh my god, it's Juha, oh my god, it's Aizen, he's out of his chair, oh my god, it's Ichigo Renji, and then they all just die. I kind of feel bad for them, but so yeah, he does Hado 99, kind of destroys the environment, and then he goes to attack Juha, but Juha just stabs him in the chest and says, what did he say? Oh yeah, and then he goes to attack Aizen. Yep. I mean, he goes to attack Juha with his Zanpakuto, and then he says, even you are, nothing. There's nothing to me. Even your sword gets broken, and then he just tosses him over the cliff, and that's where Ichigo tries to get him, jump him from behind, with his Zanpakuto. Ichigo Juha catches it with one hand and also cuts off Ichigo's left arm, and he shatters his Bankai. And so at that point, Juha says, oh, nothing can escape my gaze. Please rest in pieces, Ichigo. And that's when you see he blow that hole through his chest. And that's, when he says, that's when he says, so at least I can do you a favor and erase your resistance along with Soul Society. And that's when we get the reveal that he's been holding Aizen this whole time. And I find that so satisfying and so hilarious, against Juha, because, he was like, oh, even you, Aizen, your powers have nothing on me. But you see that this whole time he's just been talking to Aizen with his hand in his chest. So, and that allows for Ichigo to come in with a clutch move, stab Juha through the chest, and release a Getsuga Tencho. And I believe he cut him in half, or at least he cut across his chest or whatever. And that's pretty much how the chapter ends. Yeah, that's pretty much what a lot of people were predicting was going to happen. A lot of people were predicting that, Aizen would come through with his hypnosis ability. A lot of people thought he was going to use Bankai. I think he still might use his Bankai, because I don't think his sword was broken. I think that was just Juha, stuck in that hypnosis. And so I believe that it will probably require Aizen, for him to unleash his Bankai, to really, really get deep inside Juha's head, because you see he was shocked, like, wait, how long have I been holding you? Well, I thought I was fighting Ichigo. And then that's when Ichigo comes in with the Getsuga Tencho. What I think is going to happen next week, we're probably going to see, I hope to see Ichigo try to don his mask one more time. Like, even though Juha said, oh, I ripped, I took all my powers back, I believe that Ichigo still has a little bit of his hollow abilities, and I would like to see him at least try again, because we only got, a Grand Ray Zero out of him, and that's it, using his hollow powers. I want to see a little bit more involving that. I want to see if his Bankai has any more techniques that can be used. Outside of Getsuga Tencho, I want to know if he can even use some of his post-Dangai abilities now that he's, trained up, now that he's using his Bankai. I want to know if he can, do that whole Mugetsu thing. Can he do the final Getsuga Tencho? I want to know, does he have access to any of that? That'd be really interesting to see. As for Renji, Well, he caught the fade early on. I feel bad for him, but he caught that fade. I'm sorry. Hopefully next week we get to see Ishin and Uryu's dad and see what they was doing, because the only thing they provided to this whole fight was, you know, Uryu's dad giving him that silver arrowhead to shoot at Juha. But you know, what would be the point of Ishin being there unless he was going to provide something for Ichigo or provide something for the rest of the Shinigami there? I want to see what's going on with that. It also looks like Bleach is going to be going on for at least another 2 months, contrary to the rumors that said 5 more chapters or 4 more chapters or whatever. But yeah, leave your thoughts down below. What did you think of this chapter? What did you think of the fight? What you think is going to happen next week? And if you like this video, please, you know, comment down below what you like. Comment down below what you didn't like. If you know, like my content, please subscribe. That'd be great. And yeah, I am Juha the Foolish Assassin. I'll see you guys later.
There's a war going on outside, no place to run and hide. Need to open eyes if you want to stay alive. Can't wait time when you trying to survive. Even when you die, your whole life should be alive. There's a war going on outside, no place to run and hide. Need to open eyes if you want to stay alive. Can't wait time when you trying to survive. Even when you die, your whole life should be alive.